Pastor Uche Aigbe of the House on the Rock in Abuja is currently in detention at the Anti-Crime Unit, FCT Police Command. The pastor arrived at the Gusape office of the police in company of policeman Musa Audu, whom he collected the rifle with which he mounted the pulpit with. The pastor caused a stir during Sunday service when he mounted the pulpit with the rifle. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police in the Federal Capital Territory Command, Sadiq Abubakar, has made a recommendation to the Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, to dismiss Musa Audu, the police officer who handed over his rifle to the presiding pastor. Inspector Musa is facing an orderly room trial for unprofessionalism. Jude, this is bizarre. If you're an orderly assigned to maybe the church or the pastor, and the pastor wants to illustrate something in a Sunday sermon, he wore a T-shirt, wore jeans, and came on the stage with AK-47. I saw it on Sunday.
All kinds of...
Yoruba people will say orishi.
All kinds of ridiculous things happening. All kinds of ridiculous things being said by pastors. We have some pastors who would even tell the congregation not to marry from certain tribes. It's happening because these guys have turned themselves to gods of men. You know,
using the pulpit as an avenue
to preach politics, to cause division, to sow the seeds of hatred and all that. And the church, what did this one think he was doing? Yeah? They said he wanted to make an illustration. So an illustration in the course of your sermon, then you must carry an AK-47. And look, this rifle that is holding, I'm sure that they had bullets in it.
Brand new.
And he's holding it so unprofessionally.
That is because, you see, our policemen too have turned themselves to, I mean, they do not... Messenger. They do not earn the respect of Nigerians because some of the behavior. Why would you hand your trophy, I mean, your rifle?
That is the most guarded...
It's just, see, even in our profession,
yes,
a cameraman,
yes,
if you want to help him, he will give you his tripod. He will never give you his camera. He will never give you his camera. That's the training. So why will, with all what is happening now, if some bullets
escape from this
accident go off like that, they will say, oh, people have been killed. And we've seen people killed for the wrong reasons. Policemen, when will the policemen learn their lessons? We are still battling with one who wasted a lawyer. And this person should have known, because I'm sure that he had bullets in this thing. This is the way.
That will be a discharge.
And at the end of the day, you've given it to this guy. If he makes any mistake like that, it can go off, an innocent person gets killed. He has shown that he's unworthy of his calling. And what it then means is that, look, the recommendation that
that's put down into trouble.
That recommendation should be activated by the IG. And I'm sure under this IG, we've seen so many policemen not just dismissed, but paraded and shamed. So I'm sure that this guy, this thing has happened at the wrong time, and that guy will be properly punished. This fellow too, having contravened our law about the handling of firearms, there are categories of people who can handle firearms according to the law. He does not fit into them. Whatever homily he wants to give, whatever preaching he wants to preach, you cannot take
He's in trouble.
An AK-47, even if it was a smaller rifle. You know, an AK-47 is not the category. The president once gave an instruction, a directive, that anywhere you see anybody
with this,
you should treat that person as a terrorist and fire him.
Everything has to be done.
Yeah, so now
I know
this AK-47 is something that you are joking with. You are, I mean, this is a ridiculous pastor.
This church I'm familiar with, Pastor Paul Adi-Farasi will not do this. He's not an extremist. That's the lead pastor of that church, House on the Rock. So this is just a branch pastor in Abuja. This has gone to the
So what training did he get? What training did he get from his boss?
I was going to say that before you begin to excuse anybody, it's about the structure of the system. Training. Ensuring that a man you want to entrust the identity
sensitive as
of
Abuja.
your entire church to is well trained. This man has called to question the training being given in his church. While we may not know his intention, as in the illustration he intends to give, whatever that is, it's been defeated.
It's illegal.
It has been defeated. Here is a man that should come to anybody as learned. He should know that AK-47 does not fall within arms that you can use
for domestic use.
For domestic use. Then whatever illustration he was going to give, there are dummy guns. There are guns being used by actors and actresses. It will serve the same purpose.
Yes.
You don't have to go to this extreme. One, I see a situation where a civilian disarmed a policeman. That's how I see this scenario. Either he called him, come, bring your gun, or he grabbed him and took it off him. He will have to explain that now. But we found a gun purchased with money given to someone to protect Nigerians.
Without training to use it.
Now it has been given to
What
someone.
if anything goes wrong? He has no training in the use of firearms.
The truth is that people will start talking about the gun of a policeman has been used to kill somebody, if anything had happened.
So Musa Audu is in trouble.
So he's in trouble. The recommendation by the CP
for giving his rifle out.
How could you just wake up in the illustration? And it boils down to what we've been saying about our policemen turning themselves to errand boys. How would you surrender your rifle if you don't fear that man to that extent? Or you worship him? Or was he paid to hand over his rifle?
He has thrown the number of years he has served.
Well, he should go and explain the circumstances that led to this show of shame. To the pastor, I hope you will have another opportunity to illustrate again. I'm sure he will not choose this type
No policeman. You see, some of our policemen are so undisciplined that they leave the chambers of their guns unlocked. No policeman will give me a rifle and I will take it.
How?
Because I'm not sure that he has not left the chamber unlocked.
I don't even like standing beside them.
It's like at any point they are ready
to shoot.
If you are not ready to shoot, you close the chamber. That is like a safety device. Ensures that, okay, all is fine. But I can't vouch that a policeman has kept his chamber locked. So I'm not going to, if he says, oh, please, hold this for me, I will not take it. Because anything can happen. Anything can happen. Inadvertently, many people have been killed
through this.
Yes.
It could have been the pastor.
And the policeman, and the pastor in a crowded church are brandishing what did you want to do?
Funky pastor.
Maybe he wanted to go viral. Maybe he wanted to go viral because the video will go viral.
It's trending now. It's trending now.
Maybe that's what.
It's really trending.
People should be made to face the consequences of their actions in our country. That's the only way our people.
But this thing are written in our book.
That's the only way our people will stop behaving abnormally.
So let him
Aberrant behavior is too common in our country because we don't punish people. I was happy when that actress was taken. That actress was sent to prison.
Yes,
because you had 100,000 naira of brand new notes. You first announced that if anybody wanted to buy new notes, they could come to you. Then you were spraying brand new notes, and you were stepping on our currency.
Trampling on it.
The way Emefiele has turned us to paupers in our country. If you have 5,000 naira notes, 5,000 naira worth of new notes, you are like a god in the area where you are.
I'm feeling
When
cool.
people
Yes,
queue
The
up,
rest of us,
people
the
queue up to
rest-
collect
I'm feeling
1,000.
cool.
the rest of us who don't have it, we are like paupers, we are like destitute. That is the Nigeria that he envisioned.
And that's what we
And
have.
the,
It
the,
won't work
the,
for
the-
him.
and the people
well, he's
and the
laughing now.
short-sighted people who are supporting him, that is the kind of Nigeria that they too envision. They do not see it is what they actually have is what you call tunnel vision. They can't see
Can't
far.
see the larger picture.
They can't see some of them are looking at, oh, what do we get today? What is in need for me?
Need for us.
When somebody has tunnel vision, that's how he thinks. He can't look far. He can't see far. He's even blinded to reality.